As part of our democratic right to protest, we put this up on our estate, and the council sent cronies round to cut it down, and they tried to actually remove it and take it all together, and told us we'd have to scuttle off to the town hall to pick it up like naughty school children, because we've got no right to protest what they want to do to us, which is to knock our podium down, which is our only outdoor space. We've got absolutely no balconies. We've had the Grenfell style cladding on our block. We have got no real fire escape. The whole building is covered in asbestos. They want to knock the whole thing down for a private development on our outdoor space, where we teach our children where to ride bikes, where we teach our children how to skateboard, and it's the only space in the most overdeveloped.
We're in the same ward and we're sticking together because the council is not listening. They're over-densifying Bunhill Ward.
So from where we're in the same.
Yeah, we're in the same ward, Bunhill Ward. The council isn't listening. They're wanting to over-densify and take away important, very little open space, overbuild, not provide adequate services, and take away football pitches that are desperately needed. It's endless. So please, we're given the red card today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zach Fora. I'm chairman of the Islington Conservatives. We're out here with you in the cold, braving the weather to brave this council who are bringing in road closures against your wishes and against what the locals in this area want. We stand by looking to reverse road closures. We've been consistent in our policy and the only local party that are looking to reverse road closures brought in since the COVID period onwards.
Everyone for coming out on such a cold night, 2.5 years we've been on these streets outside this town hall, still not being listened to, and it is good to show that there is still a voice there that doesn't want LTNs. With it expanding now into Barnsbury, I think it's imperative that we make this stand, loud and into 21, because it's only going to get worse for us all. But thank you so much for everyone coming down. The meeting is a public meeting, so if anyone cares to go in, you are welcome to. There's no COVID restrictions, and thank you all. Thank you, everyone.
That's it.
Thank you.
Rebecca Kelly.
Gina, we've just come outside of the very heated council chamber meeting where Councillor Flora Williamson had something to say to you. First of all, can you tell us what it was that she said and how upsetting that was for you, and what was your reaction?
Well, she asked me if I was a Tory, and personally I think that's really got nothing to do with her, and to be fair, I didn't even realise that she was a councillor, and she started to berate me and ask me, are you a Tory? Are you a Tory? And I kind of just said to her, so what is that got to do with it, and what is that of your business? I'm here because I'm tired of not being listened to, not being heard. They always do, they carry out surveys and so forth, but it doesn't seem to be the people's voices that really need to be heard. It seems to be all people that are for. We need to see both sides of this LTN row, and it's just too much. I feel like we're being closed in, we're being penned in. It's like we're cattle. We're cattle being closed in a farm. You can't leave, you can't move, and then they talk about climate change. For goodness sake, the amount of cars, the amount of traffic that I've sat in every single day, where I'm in gridlock traffic. So the traffic is barely moving. I mean, journeys that would normally take me 20 minutes are taking me over an hour. It can't be good for anybody. What about the people that live on the main streets as well? People that live on the main streets, the amount of pollution that they are now inhaling has to be something ridiculous. And I'm just so tired, and I'm just getting so angry, and I almost felt like I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to handle it in there when she kind of berated me like that. I wasn't prepared for that. So right now I'm looking back at it and thinking, could I have dealt with it differently? But I'm just upset. We're just not being listened to at all.
I sat very, very close by to you.
Yeah, you did.
2 meters away from you, and I saw her turn around and berate you very, very strongly. Now, just for the viewers to understand, Councillor Champion had declared at a particular point during questioning that she just couldn't for the life of her understand why people couldn't see that cars were obviously with a problem and causing people issues. And I believe a gentleman shouted out it's because they go to other places with their fumes. And when you also viewed your opinion, and that's when that particular councillor turned around and really looks like she had a good pop at you there, if I'm not mistaken.
She definitely did, yep. She turned around, she looked very stern in her face, and she asked me numerous times, oh, so are you a Tory? Are you a Tory then? Are you a Tory? Then she said to me, maybe you should go and stand for council. That's what she was saying, and I just felt like I had just been berated, and I felt like I had been attacked, and I'm just there to listen to what is going on and what are they going to do to help the residents of Islington, because they are not doing any of that right now. And I personally feel like I am being enclosed in a prison. I'm in a prison without bars. That is how London has become, and I was born in 1978, and I've never known it to be like this, where you just cannot move for space on a London road anywhere, and that's purely because of the LTNs and the roads that they have closed off.
It's been a very difficult evening for you. I can see it's been very, very upsetting. In fact, they even chose to call security to ask you to leave even after the situation had calmed down, and yet they didn't question the councillor in question. How do you feel about the interpretation that security gave to that matter?
Well, the security said to me that if I have another outburst like that, then they're going to have to ask me to leave. So instead of me having another outburst, I just decided that I'm just going to get up and leave, because I felt like he didn't deal with it correctly. They didn't even ask the councillor again to address me in such a way that, you know, we can have a conversation about it like two grown adults. She just turned around and just started being quite aggressive, in fact.
Do you think that was should be representative of what a councillor should be doing for
definitely
voted for them?
Definitely not.
How do you think she should have been?
Not. I think that she should have maybe said to me that she can have a conversation with me after and explain a few things to me, and maybe she could have said that she suggests that maybe I can take these options or these steps, instead of her turning around like that and being very aggressive. I don't think that's the right behaviour to have at all as a councillor.
Did you intend to stay for the whole meeting?
I wanted to stay for the whole meeting, but
why did you not stay for the whole meeting?
I left because when the security approached me, I thought to myself, I'm not going to stay and then say something and then for you to chuck me out. I'd rather leave myself without being thrown out. I'd rather just leave. That's why I left.
I understand you've got children of your own.
Yes.
How do you feel for their future, given that this is, of course, Islington's particular heart of democracy?
I don't feel positive for my children's future. I mean, my eldest is 21. She's also just passed her driving test, and for me, I just feel like there's absolutely no point. If you're living in London, and the thing is, it's not just London, this is gonna go further to other counties. I've already heard that in Oxfordshire they're going to start doing a scheme where you can you have 15 minutes radius in a car, and then they're going to have you in your zone so you can't leave your zone. So if that's happening in Oxfordshire, it's only a matter of time before that starts happening across the whole of the UK, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, it doesn't look bright. It just doesn't look bright for anybody.
For those people in your situation and those people that perhaps don't understand it but are getting a good idea by watching this interview with you, what's your advice to those people?
My advice is that we come together and unite and support each other. We can't allow these governments and these councils to have so much power and so much control over our lives. As I said before, this is becoming a prison, but people are not seeing it. We're in a prison without bars, so we need to come together. People that feel the same way, we need to come together and try and think of ways around stopping what is happening, because if they stop, they're taking the streets already. What next are they going to take? Are they going to tell us that we can't drink a certain amount of water? We can't drink a certain amount of alcohol? We can't smoke cigarettes for people that do smoke cigarettes? Like, what is next? It's too much now. They have far too much control over everybody's lives.
Gina, thanks for joining us. Thanks. You're very passionate about this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.